Some cities in America look peaceful on the outside, but deep inside, there's a long history of pain, protest, and mistrust between black and white communities. This tension didn't start yesterday. It goes way back to slavery, segregation, and unfair laws. Even today, in 2025, racism still lives in some streets, schools, and police stations. Stay with us as we uncover the top 10 U.S. cities where racial tension between black and white people is still a big issue. 1. Chicago, Illinois. Chicago is one of the most racially divided cities in the U.S. You can drive from a mostly white neighborhood with nice parks and new buildings, and within 15 minutes, end up in a poor black neighborhood with boarded-up homes and closed schools. This didn't happen by accident. It's the result of decades of unfair housing, job discrimination, and underfunded schools. In 2014, a police officer shot 17-year-old Laquan McDonald 16 times. The video shocked the nation. Many people said this wasn't a mistake. It was a result of years of racist policing. Chicago's story is about separation, injustice, and a need for real change. 2nd Street Louis, Missouri Street Louis has always had racial problems. But things exploded in 2014 when a white officer shot and killed Michael Brown in Ferguson, just outside the city. Michael was unarmed. Protests turned into riots. People were tired of being treated unfairly by police. The government used tear gas and military vehicles to stop protesters. That moment became a turning point for the Black Lives Matter movement. Even today, black and white families in St. Louis live in very different worlds. Schools, hospitals, and even grocery stores are not the same across racial lines. 3. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Milwaukee may be in the north, but it feels like a city stuck in the Jim Crow South. Black and white people live very separate lives. Most black families are grouped in a few neighborhoods with high poverty, few jobs, and old schools. Police shootings have caused big protests. In 2016, riots broke out after a black man named Sylville Smith was shot by police. People didn't just protest his death, they protested years of pain. The city has tried to make changes, but many say not much has really improved. 4. Baltimore, Maryland. Baltimore is a city where many black families feel ignored and pushed aside. In 2015, Freddie Gray died after police arrested him and didn't secure him properly in a police van. His spine was broken. Protests turned violent, and the whole country watched. But the problem started long before that. Redlining, the practice of denying loans to black neighborhoods, made sure these areas stayed poor. Today, even though Baltimore has a large black population, the people in power often don't represent them. Trust between the police and the community is still very low. 5. New Orleans, Louisiana. New Orleans is full of life, music, food, and culture. But it also has a dark past. It was once the biggest slave market in the South. Even after slavery ended, black people were treated as second-class citizens. When Hurricane Katrina hit in 2005, it showed the world how bad the divide was. Many poor black families were left in flooded homes for days. Help came late. Some say the government didn't care because the victims were black. Today, black neighborhoods still face unfair treatment. Gentrification is also pushing black families out of their homes as wealthier, mostly white, people move in. 6. Detroit, Michigan. Detroit's history is full of highs and lows. Once a booming city because of the auto industry, it was also home to major civil rights struggles. In 1967, a police raid on a black nightclub led to 5 days of rioting. 43 people were killed. Many say this riot was a cry for justice. After that, white families started moving out, called white flight, and businesses followed. That left behind poor black neighborhoods with few resources. 7. Atlanta, Georgia. Atlanta is known for its black excellence, home to Martin Luther King Jr., historic black colleges, and many black-owned businesses. But not everything is fair here. Poor black neighborhoods face high crime, school closures, and lack of access to hospitals. Gentrification is also a big issue. As new buildings go up, longtime black families are priced out of their homes. Police violence has also caused anger in recent years. In 2020, a black man named Rayshard Brooks was shot and killed by police outside a fast food restaurant. Protests once again filled the streets. Atlanta may look like a success story, but the racial tension is very real. 8. Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles is a place where dreams come true, but not for everyone. In 1991, Rodney King, a black man, was beaten by 4 white police officers. A video of the beating went viral. When the officers were found not guilty in 1992, the city erupted. Fires burned, stores were looted, and over 60 people died. It wasn't just about Rodney. It was about years of mistreatment. Even now, many black residents feel targeted by the police. Neighborhoods like South LA still struggle with poverty and gang violence, while other parts of LA enjoy luxury and safety. The gap between these worlds is wide. 9. Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham was the heart of the civil rights movement. In the 1960s, children marched in the streets for justice and were attacked by police dogs and water hoses. The 16th Street Baptist Church was bombed by white supremacists, killing 4 little girls. That kind of pain doesn't go away easily. Today, while things have improved, racial separation still exists. Black schools get fewer resources, and neighborhoods are still mostly divided by race. Birmingham's name's a reminder that the fight for equality is far from over. 10. New York City is a huge city with people from every part of the world. But it also has deep racial issues. For many years, the NYPD used a policy called Stop and Frisk, where officers could stop people who looked suspicious. Most of the time, they stopped young black and Latino men, even if they did nothing wrong. In 2020, the city saw massive protests after George Floyd's death. People said, enough was enough. These cities remind us that America's past is not really in the past. Racism didn't disappear, it just changed its face. From police violence to unfair housing, the fight for equality is still going on. Some cities may look modern and successful, but the roots of racial tension still grow underneath. If we want a better future, we need to know the truth about the present. Like this video if you learned something. Subscribe for more real and honest stories. And comment below. What do you think about the cities we talked about? We want to hear from you.